morning, everyone. This is Cars and Coffee Las Vegas. Today, we have this special Packard with Packard Bob. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
So, first of all, tell me about where the name Packard Bob came from.
Because I've owned so many.
Ooh, isn't that special? So, what year and make and model of this car?
This was my father's 1929 Packard that he bought before he met my mother. They went on their honeymoon in this car, and when I was born, I rode to and from the hospital in this car. I inherited this car when I was 18 years old from my dad. He just kind of got tired of owning it so many years, and I've owned it longer than he did.
Wow! Where did they go for honeymoon?
I have no idea. That was before I was born.
Wow, back then, when you were 18, was this car this catchy and
It looked
appreciated?
just the same, only maybe better, because this car's not ever been restored. This is still the original paint, original inside, original motor, original everything. The tires on this car, when I inherited it, were on there from 1934 until 1963 when I finally replaced them. And then the spares still are on here, and they have 100,000 miles on those after I inherited it. When I inherited it, it got 25 miles to a quart of oil because the motor was a little worn out. I rebuilt it in 1969, drove it until about 2008, and I had to rebuild it again. So I moved up here in 2010, and I just got it running again before I moved, and I've broken it in up here in Las Vegas since 2010. And it now runs perfect, uses no oil, and I just have to take it in for maintenance now. It's been in probably 100 different Lions car shows and fundraisers. And I belonged to Lions for 50 years, and we raise money for every kind of thing. The main thing is sight, and I've had fun. They made me a lifetime member of Lions this year just so I'd come to meetings. Don't have to pay any dues anymore.
That's lovely. How do you cope with the heat and driving this car in Vegas heat? It gets really hot.
It runs cool. It runs 180 degrees, whether it's wintertime or summertime. And it's a little warm for me. No air conditioning, just wind.
So there are lots of different features compared to the modern cars that I find in this car. Well, first of all, those two, what are they? I love the color of this car. What's the name of it?
It's turquoise.
It's a beautiful turquoise.
With black fenders, and again, those wood reels were an artillery wheel, and they have a metal spoke in the middle, and the wood was only for looks. It was $104 extra for the 6 wheels.
And $104 back in 19...
29.
That's a great way to spend $100.
Well, this car has a rear windshield in the back to protect the people when they're in the back, and it has 2 spotlights instead of 1, and it has a stone guard, the extra radiator ornament, and it basically had every extra on it that you could buy. Look at this for sun visor. You know, you look through it and you've got a dark glass, just like tinted glass that they did now.
This just stands out in the crowd. This is so beautiful. Like, I can't blame anyone that they just stop and take pictures and then they just want to know everything about it. Well, thank you so much, Bob.
Okay, one more thing. This car should be in a museum, but instead of a museum, it's going to go to my son. So it'll be the third generation in this car.
Is he knowledgeable as you are?
He he went on national tours with me up and down the state of California from the time he was born.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks, Bob. Okay.